am so tired of talking about this person, but they're so terrible. I gotta keep doing it. A fake rescue, dogs kept in terrible condition, fake trainer, fake pedigree. Who are we talking about? We're talking about Ace or Kelsey. I'm gonna use Kelsey and Ace interchangeably, so if I say Kelsey or Ace, I'm talking about the same person. This is gonna be the last time I discuss this in a video. Any other talk is probably gonna be on my story on TikToks or in live streams. But as of right now, I am done covering the long essays on these specific people. My original purpose for calling out Ace was her inappropriate behavior around Maddie and the fact that she met up with her.
Okay. Did you say you, wait, sorry, this was Did you say you met, Chronic?
Yes.
Do you live near Maddie?
About 2 hours, yeah.
Ace is in her 20s, not mid to late 20s. She is in her mid 20s. And Maddie is 16. After the video I made, things were kind of on the down low for the most part. We were not really leaving each other alone, but kind of like I wasn't making videos on them, but I was talking about them a lot in live streams. I caught a live stream that Ace did, and I was in there asking her questions directly. Those clips will be shown in this video. Let's talk about this rescue that Ace has. I say rescues in quotations because you can't even call this a rescue. She doesn't run a rescue. She buys dogs from pet sites or Facebook places or Craigslist, and then she turns around and sells them to people under the guise that they are rescued for $500.
How much? Because I'm kind of tempted. What?
I'm asking 500, but would go down lowest is 350.
She claims that she takes them off of the euthanasia list where she lives. She lives in Vermont. There is no euthanasia list that she is describing. She cannot be doing this. It doesn't surprise me that Ace made that up and didn't even look into it because Ace is fucking stupid. Kelsey claims to not be a breeder and that she wanted to be one, but in this post, I don't know if she knows this Instagram is still here or not. It has her operations name on it, and there are these puppies that it looks like she whelped them or she got the dog when the dog was still pregnant and had the puppies at her home. Her Instagram shows a lot of puppies and dogs and asking for people to adopt them. I don't know how she keeps all of these many dogs, and they're all similar breeds except for like a few ones here and there that aren't shepherds. She also has a Facebook account about her wanting to breed her dog Darwin, and if you watch my other video about Mack and Ace, the predators of the dog community, Darwin has hung papers. So those are not his parents. And even if they were, they're not good parents. Imported lines. So she says he's a service dog, and I'm assuming she's being very generous because his training is absolute shit from what I can see, but that also doesn't surprise me considering Kelsey is a shit dog trainer.
Dog with the bull, like, he doesn't really care about the bull. Yeah, he's just gonna, right now he just thinks I'm gonna play. So I'm gonna go ahead, Darwin, Os. I'm gonna put Darwin in a sit. Os. Hang on. Now he thinks we're playing. Darwin, Aussie? Okay. Nope, Aussie, please.
I'm going to talk about her care and knowledge of caring for dogs. She claims she is a rescue, so if you are a rescue, you are taking in these rescued dogs. You should know things like how to clip nails, how to groom them, basic care, basic behavior, things like that, right? She doesn't know how to do any of that.
So my concern was, thanks, Karma. Karma's out. One, I'm not grooming her, like, enough.
She doesn't know how to groom her shepherd puppies. By the way, shepherds are the main dogs that she owns. She doesn't know how to groom them. And she doesn't know how to clip dark nails. Which, yeah, dark nails can be hard, but she is getting a full-on tutorial from dumbass number 2 in her live stream.
Trimming toenails, the black ones. How frequent should I trim their nails?
I always go by the rule of thumb. If their nails touch the floor when they're standing 4 on the floor, then they need to be trimmed back a little bit. They should never be even with the floor.
Is there a way? So hers aren't like that right now, but I also, like, I don't know.
This person in the corner is Pix. She also pisses me off and runs away from accountability. I don't like her either.
Associated with Mack because I don't have any other fucking friends and I'm lonely and I can't get out of this fucking house.
Really pisses me off. Or pixes me off, if you will. Sorry.
So my concern was, thanks, Karma. Karma's out. One, I'm not grooming her, like, enough, and I want to make sure I groom properly.
You what? You need help with properly grooming? Why would you need help with this?
Because she has,
Overgroom a dog. Never overgroom a dog.
well, that's it. That's why I'm trying to figure out, like, when do you know if it's considered like overgrooming? Like, how do you is like once a week too much to bathe? Because I know every dog's different. Karma's trying to find every way possible into her pen. I don't have a kid right now. I'm about to have one. This is dry skin, but then how do you know if you don't groom them properly, then they get dry skin too. So it's like, where's the happy medium?
Did you just decide to collect and sell dogs knowing nothing? Yes, she did. That's actually exactly what she did. Her cluelessness aside, the stuff she feeds the dogs is just shit. She just feeds them a bunch of random shit. In this bowl, there's milk bones as like toppers on it. She puts peanut butter in there, and I don't have a picture of it, but on one stream she was putting hot dogs and cheese on it. It is so weird. These are puppies. Like, why are you feeding them all this shit? Not only is the house disgusting, the puppies are in questionable living conditions, but the way she trains is so weird to see.
Good boy, Zeno. Leave it. Leave it. Come on. Come on.
No.
Come on. Come on. Good job. Come on. Good job. Come on. Nope. Come on. Come on. Good job. Come on. Had our first public accident. Not that we're proud of it, but you know what? The first time we've had an accident in public. So, good girl.
Let's talk about Enzo. Enzo is Mack Attack's dog, which if you don't know who Mack is, again, my other video explains it, but this is Mack's dog. Ace gave Enzo to Mack, which, by the way, Ace stated that she doesn't sell to apartments because she believes that the dog can't get all of its like enrichment or whatever stupid thing. But she sold to Mack, and Mack is homeless. Mack drove to Vermont to give Enzo back to Ace. So Mack is homeless and lives in hotels or in her car. And she has 2 dogs. The hotel, which Mack said this herself, the hotel wouldn't let her take the other dog in, so she gave Enzo to Ace for training and boarding and whatever the fuck. I think Ace offered to take the puppy back or wanted the puppy back because she didn't want to be connected to Mack. Ace claimed Enzo had parasites and parvo and had to be put down. Here are these text messages between Ace and Mack. By the way, she's completely fucking lying in these text messages, and Mack is way too stupid to realize what she's saying makes no sense. So as far as I'm aware, Ace is either putting Enzo down or lying about putting Enzo down for no reason. Seems a little familiar. I forgot to explain in my video, Ace and Mack did have a fallout over the fact she promised Mack stable housing, and that never came. So here are these images providing the context through their text. This is between Ace and Mack. There's also talk about Ace regarding calling EMS on Mack when Mack had a seizure. Let's talk about her lies with Maddie. Ace swore up and down on this stream that she is not friends with Maddie, she's not close with Maddie. The clip.
Yes, but I can't say no because I don't know her enough to be her best friend. I'm not gonna and for me to say that I'm friends with somebody, I'm
best friends.
There's more to saying yes, I'm friends with somebody. Am I going to sit here and talk shit on her? No. But I don't know her enough to talk about her.
Would you genuinely sell her a puppy? If
I
she had
don't
the
know.
puppy? Why not? Why you don't know? I mean, you just saw how she treats her dog.
You would.
Because it would depend on a lot of factors.
Like whether or not she abuses dogs or...
Except she met up with her and she was indeed in group chats with her, and she even found someone's address for Maddie. Maddie is saying that there's a fake somewhere near her, and Ace claims to have found their license plate and then sent a wellness check on them. So Ace likes to call people. Let's keep that in mind. Ace likes to do that. And here's some other interesting text from Kelsey or Ace to Maddie, specifically saying, oh, if Maddie does kill herself, we'll make sure everyone pays. Kelsey is a huge manipulator and a huge fucking liar, just like Maddie. She sends this really big text acting like she's so open to changing her ways, but she really isn't, and anyone with fucking eyes can see that her dog training is unethical and horrible in so many ways. Kelsey also said that she's going to sue me for IVF treatment, which is not how that works at all. But when she was confronted in a live about it, she said, no, I'm not gonna sue them because I just wanted some peace.
Using Opause for his entire... No, why? Who said I was going to sue Oswin?
You do have a case, I mean, if you wanted to.
I don't need to. There's no reason to. I said that if there was, like, any, like, issue, I would, but there has to be something that causes me to, like... My viewpoint on it was... I walked into a situation I wasn't properly informed about. I defended somebody who, in my head, was a minor. Not a minor, sorry. Was an adult. I found out they were a minor, and then... After finding out they were a minor, I drastically cut how much time I was in the lives with said minor. I asked her to donate to Smokin's GoFundMe. She said she couldn't help. I said, okay. She asked me to message her on Facebook. I said, to send her a ethical breeder for Malinois.
I think you needed money. You needed $5 to get gas. The fuck? Kelsey also claimed that my editing in the last video was made to fit my narrative, and in this live she even said that it was full of misinformation and I should redo it.
I was angry because a lot of misinformation was spread, but like my boss knows me pretty well and knows that it's just that misinformation. So like misinformation happened. It's whatever. I don't care at this point.
I asked why, and I said, what was misinformation? And she said that she'll have to watch it.
Took that and she ran with that shit. And that's when I was like, she didn't slip. But, no, there's just, I've had a lot of time to really sit and just think about it and like go over everything. I would have to watch it. I don't know. I'd have to watch it, to be honest with you. I don't know. But I'm not... For me, I'm just looking to... I'm not a groomer, to say the least. Other than me being 25, I think there was one other clip I saw that said I bred my dog and he hadn't been bred. I wanted to breed him, but I didn't. And I don't think I'm going to anymore. So I wanted to get into breeding and I was starting up that portion and then I stopped. So I ended up, with the help of Bruce and also your video, the portion that I did see, which I think was clipped and sent to me, where you showed the line of white German Shepherds.
My video is laid out very clearly. I give narration on it and I bring all of the screenshots and recordings in the context of what was happening. None of it is misconstrued or embellished. What I got wrong was I thought she was almost 30. Sorry. I'm sorry that you're a rough 20. My bad. Kelsey, your treatment of animals is honestly fucking disgusting, and your lies are really childish and see-through, and the fact you thought you could get away with all this is laughable. I hope you don't get any more dogs and you leave that to actually experienced people, because God forbid you own any more dogs in the future. I will say about Enzo, I don't think she actually euthanized the dog. Someone said they called all around where she said the dog was in at the vet, not to mention how her texts sound like lies, but I think she just wanted to sell the puppy to someone who's actually going to give her money, because I'm assuming she needs money. I was a bit more modest and even-toned when I spoke about Ace in my first video, but as you can see, it's kind of boiling to a point. I'm very tired of her treatment towards dogs and how she is lying and trying to act like the good guy around everyone. In her live, she was trying to act like, oh, I need to own up to it. That's what adults do.
Because, like I said, I'm still learning everything. And I'm not going to sit here and play victim. I'm not going to sit here and deny. I'm an adult. Adults need to... And this is something that... It's something that people need to take accountability for. Instead of sitting here and saying, I'm a victim, poor me, you need to just sit there and take the fact that you made mistakes. Accept it. As an adult, that's your job. When you fuck up, own it. Stop sitting there saying, oh, I can't believe that this person's saying this about me. I can't believe that there's this happening right now. Like, you need to just stop. Be an adult. Take accountability. You fucked up. Say that. Like, did I fuck up talking to Maddie and knowing Maddie? Yeah, I did. Okay? Did I fuck up being friends with a lot of people that are in a group? Yeah, I did. But you know what? Let it go. Move past it. If you sit there and you deflect it, or you play the victim card, or you pull this fucking bullshit, and you don't own the facts, you know, like you can't stop. You know, just own yourself. Own your mistakes. Be proud of them, because those are what teach you your lessons. Like, I made mistakes. I'm learning from my mistakes actively. And you know what? I'm going to continue to make mistakes. I'm a fucking person. But I'm hoping that now I'm learning how to understand people. I'm hoping that now I'm learning how to tell when someone's lying to me. I'm hoping that now I can learn when someone is sitting there and pulling the wool over my eyes. That is what I'm hoping. I don't know, but maybe, you know, only time will tell. Only time will tell if this is something that, you know, because mistakes are something you do once or twice, maybe twice. I could see, like, this situation, I fucking hope to God it never happens again. But if, like a situation where you know, like,
I have to go.
Go ahead, Ash.
I just want to say that I am going to be cutting off a lot of people, because I never want to be in this situation again, a situation where I have to question, where I have to be like, is this true? Or a question where I have to say, I never saw this happen, but I don't know what goes on personal, like in personal DMs.
You've never owned up to anything. A lot of things did happen while I was waiting to film this video. Ace called CPS on Mack, and that caused a big explosion of shit. The person who DM'd me most of this information totally went off on Ace and was just pissed that she would even do that. As of right now, Kelsey did delete her TikTok. Her Facebook is still up, but she did run away from TikTok, at least her main account. She has other accounts, and of course she has burners. If you know the rescue she does, please do not support it. And if you know anyone who is looking into it, do not support that. It is just an underground puppy flipper operation. She is disguising as a rescue, and if you buy from her, you are directly rewarding her shitty behavior. Now, I am gonna say this. I don't know if Mack thinks we're cool, because in a live, Mack was trying to paint herself as the victim. I was in a live with Mack on the panel, and Mack was trying to defend herself hard and explain to me of all this shit that I misunderstood or whatever. I still don't like Mack. I think Mack is a horrible human being. She said that when CPS was called, they're finally giving her son some shoes and making him go to a real school. Mack did not have him in school, she did not have basic necessities for him, and she still treats him like shit. I did try to invite her on the live, and she said if it was at 1 in the morning, then no, and if it was directed at her, then no. Which, obviously it was going to be directed at her. I still have questions. You complained about me not knowing you. Come on, get up. Come on, let me know you. Let me get to know you.
Late now, so I mean, obviously. Very weird. So she told me, she was like, I'm not going on if it's targeted towards me or if it's too late. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean if it was targeted? Of course I'm going to ask you questions.
How long?
I thought you knew Maddie for 2 years, or is that, someone told me that, or is that not true?
I've never known Maddie until I started stepping up. I forget who she was going after, or who was going after her. Somebody was going after her.
Me?
I don't know. Maddie has only been like a few months that I've actually interacted with her. Before that, I was always going after Maddie.
What do you mean?
So from the time I got into the service dog community and Maddie came around, I was told to hate Maddie. So I've always went after Maddie for no fucking reason. Never seen anything of my own of why I would go after her. Which is why she got the second chance with me. Now, what I was seeing, and don't get me wrong, I wasn't going out of my way to search for shit either. It wasn't the same shit that I used to see from her. And so I gave her a second chance.
So you thought she grew from her lies, but what about all the other video, like, showing, like, there was a lot of proof of her quite literally lying.
She's
Like,
a 16-year-old child. Children lie all the time, especially 16-year-old girls.
but that doesn't make it right.
It makes it a fact of life.
Yeah, but it doesn't make it right.
Again, but it's a fact of life. 16-year-old teenagers fucking lie.
But don't you think her lying is bordering on a mental issue?
Well, I wouldn't know. I haven't seen her medical records, so...
I'm not talking about medical records. I'm talking about the fact she lied about killing herself, having a husband, and rage syndrome, lying about getting assaulted and, like, shot and stabbed, and about her father. Don't you think
I haven't heard half of this shit that you're naming off.
You didn't hear about her father? She's talked about this in lives with, like, multiple people in there.
I'm not very ever in her life. She was always in mine.
Okay,
I
sorry.
was in her lives a few times, but I wasn't typically in her lives. Her lives got way too fucking loud.
Okay, but so even though she was lying, like, you say that's, like, normal because it's a fact of life because she's a teenager. But
Well, you summed it up to fucking kids lying and she's trying to fucking fit in.
what about when she would talk about, like, very inappropriate stuff on live?
Honestly, I tuned her ass out because it made me extremely uncomfortable.
But why didn't you, like, disconnect her?
Same reason I don't disconnect most people.
What's the reason of that?
Because I'm not running a fucking toddler show. People say inappropriate shit. It's a fact of fucking life. You hear it when you go into Walmart. You hear it in movies. You hear it on TV shows. People are inappropriate every fucking where you go.
So it's okay for a 16-year-old who shouldn't even be on a panel anyways because it's against TOS, it's okay for her to be up there talking about sexual things with a bunch of other adults?
You make it sound like that's literally all that ever went on in my fucking life. Did she do it a couple times? Sure. But it is not the majority of the fucking time that she was in a fucking panel.
But it was in those panels, like, it did happen, that's what I'm saying.
I don't give a fuck.
Well, I mean, I know
You're
that, but
focused on the inappropriate side instead of looking at it as she's a 16-year-old girl who goes and watches rated R movies, who fucks people all the fucking time, like most 16-year-olds do these days. It's not my job to parent the child.
I know, so that's why you shouldn't be talking with her at all, because don't you, like, that is inappropriate for an adult to enable that and also make excuses for it.
Excuses for what? A child having sex, big deal. I don't give a fuck if children have sex.
Well, I don't think you should be on live encouraging her inappropriate talk. That's obviously...
I never encouraged her.
You never laughed at it or chuckled?
Who cares if I fucking laughed? If something's funny, I'm gonna fucking laugh, whether y'all like it or not. I don't care.
About her masturbating?
Dude, I don't even remember that fucking conversation, so I'm not gonna say you're wrong, because I don't fucking remember it. But knowing myself, if I was laughing, it was out of being fucking awkward, not because I thought it was fucking funny. In my group chats, right? But where's the video with that?
You do have a minor group chat. You kicked everyone from it, but you do have a minor group chat.
I do not have a minor group chat. I had a group chat where everybody was involved. There was never a minor group. What?
Fucking morning. Does she not have the fucking life?
Clearly not.
Okay, well then tell the bitch to fuck off and enjoy her life and tell her to not bother you at 2 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Well, technically I went into her live.
Well then...
Because she was claiming that the dogs from where I picked her.
How is that appropriate to be around children?
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Okay?
Hold on. What do you need?
Let's go into the bathroom.
You need potty? Go ahead. Go potty. Everybody was involved.
Dude.
There was never a minor
Kayla.
group. What?
The fucking morning. Does she not have the fucking life?
Clearly not.
Okay, well then tell the bitch to fuck off and enjoy her life and tell her to not bother you at 2 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Well, technically I went into her live.
Well then...
Because she was claiming that the dogs from where I picked up the dogs were aces when they weren't.
No, they're not.
So I was trying to correct more of her misinformation.
So why is it...
But she doesn't seem to like it when that happens.
That people can't mind their own fucking business.
I know it's stupid, but
drama and
clearly her daddy touched her too much with some shit. So I don't know.
We're on live a lot during the day, though.
Whatever. I don't care. All thing I know is I'm going to bed and
Okay, good night. I love you.
If I will find out who she is.
I said I'll find out where she lives.
They're both terrible people. Don't let Ace's shitty behavior overshadow the fact that Mack is also still a horrible person. She treats her son like shit, and she's also a liar. Thank you for watching, and this is going to be the last YouTube video on these people.
What is the, like, you know those, like, brushes that, like, blacks use to, like, do their edges kind of, like, thing, or, like, to get rid of the cradle cap for babies and stuff? Please tell me you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's a pick. That's what, like, to pick out the curls and make it fluffy, or
No. You know those, like,
oh,
no.
okay, I got you.
The black, it's like black bristles, and like they use it to
like
like
a horse brush.
Yes,
Like a horse brush.
yes, that's what I thought. Like was a slicker brush. I didn't know that the wire brushes are like the oh fuck my life! I don't want to get up and get that brush. Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like now you know what I mean. I used to use it to get rid of my curls, like to help with straightening my curls, but I've fucked my curls pretty bad, so. Well, I feel like it's like, I guess you can say like African Americans, if you'd rather. Black people, African Americans, dark people, melanin.
I mean, she was using it in a plural sense, and you add an S to the end.